and welcome to Let's Build Tekkit number 4. Now, yes, we're going back to Tekkit. I want to break from the house this time, so going back to Tekkit, and hopefully today we'll be going to do to make a factory where you see in this picture now. Replacing the quarry and adding a few bits to the factory. So, let's get started. Now, you see me here just removing the quarry because I don't need it anymore, but a pain in the arse is that when you get rid of the actual quarry, it doesn't get rid of the frameworks. You have to get rid of it all separately, which is really annoying. I could go around and world edit, which is very, very useful, but the problem is because I don't have a proper server, and because Tekkit is not in LAN mode yet, I can't put mods on my server, so I can't have world edit, which this is how I enable me to film, which is really annoying. So I have to do it all manually, like this bit here. I do world edit, but you'll see a bit later that I will be using world edit to advantage by putting it into a single player and then putting it back onto the server. So yeah, this time I'm not going to completely fill it in because it would take forever. And also, maybe under the factory, I might have a kind of basement. But as you can see here, just filling it in, and it's not going to. It's going to be a bit bigger than the quarry. So you'll see in a minute me getting rid of the green area, which was meant for pens, but now I think I might do a separate building. But I'm not quite sure about that. It's all ideas at the moment. It's not planning at the moment. So I need to kind of get my ideas up. So yeah, here you see me getting rid of the green blocks, storage marking out the pen because I don't need them anymore. I think this area should be the factory. I thought I don't know what kind of factory I should do. So I thought, I know it's a bit annoying, but I thought let's stick with the Yorkscast version because it is a very, very, very nice design. So I thought I'll stick with that. So I kind of marked out roughly where I would like it to go. But instead of just marble, it's going to be marble bricks, which kind of makes it a bit differential. But it's not going to be the same as the old style. It's going to be a bit of a mixture of Sipson Suggestion and the Ozcast because then it would tie in. So I got a factory, a big main factory, making it all, but I have little bits of separate buildings. So geothermal station, not actually in the factory. Things like the power, where the power's being stored, it won't be actually in the factory. And also, I might move the offices, so that whole building that we did, I might get rid of. I'm not quite sure at the moment. But it kind of allows you to see how to build it, because I didn't have the software then, so I couldn't build it, but I'll show you how I built it. So I kind of start kind of a little bit way into the project, because you couldn't wait to do it. So, yeah, I sticked with the Ozcast design and did a nice marble effect. So I sticked with the stone bricks going around. It worked very nicely. But, of course, rain's annoying, which I just got to turn it on, so I had to turn it off. But there was a few little moments where you'll see in a minute where I make a few mistakes, or it just, I was deciding on, if stone brick should be in the corners or not, but I still wasn't quite sure when I'd done it, but I think it's the best thing I can try and do. I can always go back and alter it. So, yeah, just me building up the walls. This process took quite a while. I had to keep going round, and to make it a bit more interesting, I had to keep changing camera view, kind of keep me interested. But it's pretty boring making the walls. So yeah, as you see there, I made a mistake, so I patched it up because as I was going around, I realised that I had done it a bit weird. So I went back because I was just going 3-1-3-1. Occasionally, I would just accidentally do it wrong because I'm just such an emotion of doing dun 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 dun. It just didn't. I kind of sometimes make mistakes. Now here I am altering the car park. It was going to be a car park, so it was concrete. It's still concrete, but this time it's going to be not a parking space, but a kind of outside path, kind of platform for outside the factory. So I expanded it so that it was a kind of curve or triangle, but also it stretched the whole length of the factory. But the other thing that I was thinking of when I was trying to do it is that what kind of door should I have? Should I have it just a single door, or should I have a nice grand door? Now, I haven't done UguCraft, or I haven't installed it, and I can't install it onto the server, which is really, really, really annoying. And I don't think you can do it in Tekkit. I wasn't quite sure, so from what my knowledge is, you probably can do something like UguCraft, but from what I know, I stick to just having one single door. It kind of, if you had a big door, it would be quite nice, but it would just be a bit weird. It just didn't really suit the factory because it's kind of your design. If it had a bit different, it might not seem right, but I don't know. So there you go. I finished the base, and I am starting to do the door. I kind of did it so it kind of came out a bit, so it wasn't just a hole in the wall. It was kind of came out a bit, and it kind of had a little arch, so it kind of made it just feel a bit better. So like it kind of worked. It's not just a hole and it looks tatty. So I had like quarter bricks going around. Yeah, and also I noticed that I made a few mistakes, but yeah. Yes, and the magic was welded it. We repaired it and made sure so you didn't have to see me doing it. Now, this weird, strange film, which you've probably seen before, which is Tekkit 2, is saying how I did the machinery inside the second factory. Now, yes, I reversed the movie, and we're saying, no, we're not having it in there anymore, we're having it in the main factory. So then I started to actually do it in the main factory. This time, it's a little slight difference. Because at the beginning, or in the other factory, we had redstone engines, and if it overflowed, that was it. But in this one, we've got overflow pipes. I'm not quite sure what they're called, but I probably can look it up when I do it. But when I just thought it would be quite nice. So I had that so that feature, so if it did overflow, it could just go back again. So it's a really nice setup. And instead of redstone engines, I used an energy link. We haven't got any power yet, but I thought put it in there so I don't have to put it in there later. And it actually makes it a whole lot faster, and it uses the energy. Now, I prefer to stick to solar panel because combustion engines explode after a while. You just can't control them. Wind, I am thinking about putting in by making like a tall tower. But other means of doing it, so things like generators, I might do a few generators to keep it going. But it was just not enough. I think I just prefer solar panels because it looks quite nice on the roof and it just works. I think in the past, yes, I used geothermal, which is just lava, which I probably will use as well, but I'll mainly use solar panel, and it's all high voltage, so it's very powerful, so I've got plenty of energy. So yeah, there you go, I finished the piping on that, so it looks pretty nice. It's all engineering, but it got a great big hole where the coil used to be. So in a minute you'll see me go over with wood, which will cover up all the hole and all the machinery, so it's all nice and smooth. You can still see a bit of stuff, but it kind of merges in, so it works. So yeah, I'm just joining up the final wiring. I had a few problems with the iron pipes because it wouldn't do what I wanted to do. It would do it, and then it would flick back for some reason. So I had to kind of fiddle about with it, redo it, and everything, and then it might have gone back, and it went back. So that was quite lucky. Um, and there was a problem where, so like you can't see the second overflow pipe. It's a bit weird, but the server went a bit dodgy. But yeah, so I went over in wood, and that's it. That's me for episode 4 of Tekkit. Bye bye.